TCI Channel 63 presents the TCI Sports High School Basketball Game of the Week.
From Avondale High School, it's the Clawson Trojans and the Avondale Yellow Jackets. Hello everyone, I'm Joe Abramson along with Dave Jones. We're here for a MOAC matchup between the Trojans and the Yellow Jackets. Both teams part of a three-way tie for first place with 3-1 league records. Also 5-3 overall records for both teams. The third team in that tie, Centerline, 3-1 in the league also. This game has a lot to do with who's going to end up winning the MOAC championship.
That's right, Joe, and it should be a classic matchup between the size of Clawson going up against the speed and quickness of Avondale. So it should come down to who can control the tempo of the game.
One of the key matchups to look at for Clawson, John Jansen, a 6'8 power forward, all-state tight end. For Avondale, Scott Fisher, a 6'1 center, an all-state linebacker. They've gone at it on the football field. Tonight they go at it on the basketball court. We'll be right back with the tip-off right after this.
Vince, that new dummy cam is great.
Yeah, it'll sure give people a whole new outlook on what it's like when you don't wear a safety belt.
I think they'll get the picture.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
And we're just about ready for the start of tonight's game between Avondale and Clawson. Both starting lineups were just introduced here at Avondale High School. And right now we're going to rise for the national anthem. Be just about ready for the tip-off now. You see the records this season, again, identical. 3-1 in the league, 5-3 overall. Part of a three-way tie with Centerline for first place in the Macomb-Oakland Athletic Conference. And this game is going to have a lot to do with who wins this league.
Right. And thus far, Joe, they've both had one common opponent. They played South Lake, and both of them beat South Lake in close games.
And South Lake, I would presume, is not a league opponent, as they're over in the far reaches of Macomb County, more with the Macomb Area Conference. You see the Clawson coach, John Maloney, in his first year here, he's worked in the Clawson School District. He's been an assistant coach on a couple of state championship teams in 1974 with his alma mater, Brother Rice High School, also my alma mater. And then in 1989, the first state championship Country Day had with Chris Weber, which was a Class C championship before they moved up into Class B, which both these schools are. And there you see Sam Woodmore, who has his own legacy at Avondale, said off the air that his family is to Avondale what the Jacksons are to Gary, Indiana. All his kids, 5 of them,
right, we
are legends here.
Talked about those 5 boys.
There you see the starting lineups, and again, watch for Jansen and Fisher to be against each other. As you see right off the tip, they go to Fisher. He misses the lefty layup, and Robinson comes down with the rebound. Shante Robinson, one of the top scorers in Oakland County. As you see the turnover there with the travel off the rebound. Watch Shante Robinson, though. He scores a lot. And we'll get back to the Woodmore legacy at the first chance we can, because it's very interesting. Clawson now with the ball. See McKenzie bring it up. Go down low to Sheminsky. He loses it. Fisher again with the ball. Fisher, the all-state linebacker, being recruited by schools such as Central Michigan, Western Michigan. Mid-American Conference level schools, the all-time leading tackler. And there's Shante Robinson for 3, missing the ball, missing the shot. Cortez Pope, one of the quicker guards for Avondale, grabs the rebound, fires up his own triple. And there's John Jansen, 6'8", and they don't have his weight. He's over 200 pounds, a tremendous athlete.
And there was a good defensive play there, and John Jansen has that 6'8" size, and there's really no one on the floor that's as tall as he is, so we'll see if that size really dominates for Clawson here.
Well, again, that's where they're going to try to hope that Fisher, being a football player and being a tough kid, can just go in there and use his physicalness to offset the height advantage. There's Robinson in the key again off the pass from Hutchins, and there's a foul in the key. We'll see if they call that a shot or not. He never had enough possession, I don't think, to get a shot off, but we'll see what the refs call.
And here's the replay on that, passing the ball back to the middle. We've got a 3-on-2, and he takes it all the way in and draws the foul.
Yeah, the foul there on number 12, Brad Frey, and that was before the shot. And again, Fisher with the ball. He's got Hutchins on him. They go back up top to number 35.
And Clawson sitting back in a 2-3 zone.
And there, Fisher, they give him 2 or 3 on that. They gave him 2, a foot on the line. And number 35 for Avondale's out there, and we don't have a 35 on our roster, so we're going to, or for Clawson, I should say.
And here's the foul coming on.
Yeah, we'll see what they called that on. I believe that's on Robinson, who we've been told has a tendency to get into foul trouble, and in fact is why he's not guarding John Jansen, even though he's the tallest guy on the floor for Avondale at 6'3", and there he got his first foul in the first minute and a half of this game. And that name you saw there is Sheminsky. That's how you pronounce it. And he just hit both free throws, and we got a 2-2 tie, and Fisher brings it up again over to Pope. Down low to Hutchins, and he gets it out to Robinson. Robinson goes down low, looking to get to Fisher.
And that was a nice feed there on the inside, Joe, and they've got the bucket by making the reverse layup.
Again, that's Fisher with the layup. Tough, strong athlete.
And Fisher's got both buckets here for Avondale. Nice steal there by number 33. That's Shante Robinson taking it all the way.
Well, Shante Robinson, look for him just to fire it up. He's a great athlete. You see Jansen gets the outlet pass, almost throws it away. Good catch there by Frey, tries to save it, but no, they go up to Mark Trammell, who's a great athlete also for this team. He's being looked at by a few schools at the Mid-American level. Not a baseball player, or not related to Alan Trammell, but a good baseball player nonetheless. There you see with another miss for Avondale, and Frey comes up with the rebound, brings it up himself. Goes down low to number 25, Sheminsky. He double pumps, misses the shot, scramble for the rebound controlled by Jansen. He turns around and she misses off the front of the rim, and Robinson scrambles for the rebound. He brings it up court.
Oh, beautiful bounce pass.
Great
just
pass.
didn't connect.
Oh, yeah, I mean, the play was there, but give Clawson's number 33, Brad McKenzie, credit for making the steal. As you see, Avondale comes up with a steal of its own, and Robinson's going to bring it up, and he's slowing it down a little, which is not what Sam Woodmore wants. And there, Trammell fires up the 3, and that's the guy Sam Woodmore said, hey, if it's a close game at the end, that's the guy with the ball. If we're up by 2, I want him at the line when they start fouling, and if we're down by 2, that's the guy who's going to take the shot.
And so far, we have Avondale trying to keep the tempo up-tempo, because that's what Sam Woodmore wants, with him to push the ball.
Yeah, he wants to be able to get Jansen out of the paint so they can penetrate on him, so that if they get into a slowdown, they're in trouble, and they'll be playing right into Clawson's hands. Clawson almost turned it over for what would have been the 6th time. 5 turnovers already for them, 2 for Avondale. As you see Sam Woodmore encouraging his troops. And here you can see number 33.
That's number 33. That's Brad McKenzie coming down the lane there with the ball and losing it for him.
Now McKenzie with the ball fires up the 3 off the front of the rim, a scramble for the rebound, and again Shante Robinson comes down with the ball, and he's bringing it up the floor. And now he's got to slow it up a little, but they're not going to hold on to it too long. They're going to find an open shot soon.
Shante Robinson doing an excellent job taking that rebound and just pushing it right up the floor, taking no time to look for an outlet. Just go ahead and push it up the floor.
And we just saw that Trammell went inside Fisher, who tried to feed number 41, Andre Dembo, who's come on, and he wasn't ready for it, went right through his legs and out of bounds. Now we've got McKenzie bringing the ball up, getting a little pressure there from Trammell, looking to post up Jansen in the lane. Instead, they go to McKenzie. He turns around off the glass, and no. And that went off Dembo. He tried to make like he didn't hit it, and he's still going to plead his case a little bit, but it went off his hands, which we'll see it very clearly from up here.
It absolutely went off his hands, but he's playing hard and trying to get the call for his team.
Greg Frey takes the inbound pass, penetrates the little 15-footer, and he gets it.
Got the shooter's roll on that one.
And now it's 7-4. Avondale in the lead. They go to Trammell. Trammell fires up just inside the three-point lane. McKenzie with the rebound. Now they're going to get it back in the hands of now it's in McKenzie and Szymanski. Sound a little hard to say.
And Jansen is definitely going to the box and trying to post up. He's a little bit out. They need to get him down a little bit deeper.
Well, Coach Maloney had told us he doesn't have a real weakness, but obviously when you're 6'8", they want to get you inside if at all possible. And there, we just saw Scott Fisher take it into the key and fire one up, and that's going to make Jansen have to commit a little bit on defense to try to swat that shot away. They might be able to get some open layups off that. Now we see Frey fire up another three-point try. That doesn't go, and Pope comes with the rebound. He's got numbers in the fast break.
Oh,
goes
a 3-on-1.
Back to Pope off the glass, and no. And McKenzie with the rebound, and they're going to try to push it up a little bit.
Now that one hurts. Those are the kind of fast breaks you want to convert. 3-on-1 fast break Avondale had on Clawson that time.
So every time Frey gets the ball right now, he's firing up the three, mainly because they're leaving him open for it. You can't blame him for that, but he hasn't been able to get it to go. And on the rebound, they get a foul on Avondale. We'll see who they give this to. There was a scramble in the key, and that's going to go on number 41, Andre Dembo. Let's see again. You see Frey wide open. You've got to take that shot. And again, just off the front edge of the rim. And there's Andre Dembo. And they're going to call that a shot. Never really had possession, but they're going to say that he fouled number 25, Szymanski, and he's going to be back at the line where he's already 2 for 2.
And they're going to give Szymanski 2 foul shots on that one.
You see Szymanski, 6'3" senior. And that was another point, we'd said about with Avondale, they want it in Trammell's hands if it's close at the end. John Maloney said he doesn't care. He's got enough confidence in all these guys. They've all been hitting their free throws, every important one this year. They're just a good foul shooting team, which is hard to find in high school. And so far, Szymanski 4 for 4. Now we see number 21. That's Joey Allen in for the first time. He goes over to Trammell. He hits a three. I see why he
is definitely showing his shooting touch.
Oh man, this guy. He is the guy to get the ball to right now for them. Now you see Frey, he's picked up the dribble. They're going to post up Jansen. He's double teamed, and Fisher comes up with the ball, using that body again.
And once again on that one, Joe, you saw they had pushed Jansen way out of the box on that one.
Yeah, that time we just saw Joey Allen miss the shot. Frey get the rebound, almost lost it to Allen coming back. Now he's got control, and he's got Trammell on him. He goes down low to Szymanski. He fires up the 13-footer. That goes.
That was a nice shot there by Szymanski.
12-8 now, Avondale in the lead. And Allen brings the ball up, picks up the dribble, and Jansen's height causes that near turnover. And now it is a turnover as number 22, Streetman just on, comes up with the ball. Allen knocks that out of bounds as they try to get it to Jansen in the lane, and he's telling them, don't throw it across, throw it high. I've got the height, just get it to me.
Throw it up high to him, that's right.
And now we'll see number 44, Gardner, inbound the ball. One thing with Avondale, you're going to see probably all 12 guys play because that's something Coach Woodmore believes in. And when you run, you've got to rest everybody. So consequently, you got to play everybody. A block shot on Jansen that time.
And there's Trammell again.
Trammell in the break misses the layup, and number 22, Streetman, comes up with another rebound, and he's bringing it up. He's going to pull it up and try to get it into Frey's hand. He penetrates. Oh, my.
Oh, wow. So we've got a foul on that one, and we're going to give him the bucket.
Probably on Fisher as he's laying in the lane. He went in there, looked like he was trying to dish off to Jansen, and at the last second decided to scoop it himself and draws the contact.
And here he is coming down the lane. 3 men converge, and he definitely drew contact on that one.
They could call that one on either Fisher or Andre Dembo. I believe it was on Fisher, though. The refs were pointing at him, which is a good thing because it would have been Dembo's second. And you see Coach Maloney talking to Streetman right now. Streetman's done a good job since he came in getting the rebounds. Frey does not convert the three-point play, and another rebound for Shante Robinson. I've heard all about his scoring, but he's grabbing every rebound right now.
He's doing a great job on the boards. He's showing great leaping ability there.
Now we've got it back up top to Robinson. He fires up the three, and this one's good.
Oh, so he can rebound and he can shoot the three.
We're going to have to find something that he can't do. Frey brings the ball up again. He's got Ron Dash on him just into the game. Goes over to Streetman. He looks inside to Szymanski. No foul on that. The ball ends up in number 40's hands, who we don't have listed. And there's a travel on that.
On that last time down here in Clawson on offense, Scott Fisher was doing an excellent job of putting the body on John Jansen and keeping him out of the post.
And that's the whole key as far as Avondale's concerned, is stopping Jansen. When a team's got a 6'8" guy who's coordinated like that, he's just an incredible threat at this level. There you see Dash going
pass on the inside.
Oh, man, and Andre Dembo comes up with the easy layup.
Showed great body control on that.
Now, Andre Dembo's done a great job since coming in. Frey brings it up this time. He was looking to post up Sheminsky, tried to go across the street.
Oh, he goes behind his back.
Allen.
Beautiful. Oh!
I'll tell you, Allen came up with a steal, made a couple sweet moves, tried to go down low to Dash for the layup, and Frey got a hand in there to knock it out of bounds.
Joe, it looked like you could see that fast break just about to happen. He went ahead and he split the the defensive men, passed the ball on the inside, but just didn't get it all the way over.
That's a couple of times now. We've seen that opportunity where they've come just short of converting a perfect fast break situation. As now you see Fisher with the ball up top. He's going to run the point in this offense. Robinson's going to probably come up and take the ball pretty soon, and they get it over to him in the left wing. They're going to stall right now. We've got 25 seconds left in the first quarter. They're probably going to go for that last shot. Again, this is not Avondale's forte, but it is the prudent move at this point. And Dash takes it right off the dribble.
Beautiful.
Oh, God, right to the hole, off the glass and in. And now they've got 10 seconds left for Clawson to get a shot off. And number 33, McKenzie, just drives and fires it off the glass, doesn't get it. And that's out of bounds. We'll see who they call that off of. They're going to give that to Avondale. That was almost a coin toss on who that went off.
And once again, Shante Robinson up there fighting on the boards.
And we'll see Jason Hansen make his first appearance, number 51. Let's see who that goes off of.
Could have went either way, maybe.
Either way. We're down last couple seconds. Robinson fires at the buzzer just off the back rim, and that's the end of the first quarter. And Avondale with a commanding 19-10 to lead, partly because of 3 triples that they hit this quarter.
And because they've also kept John Jansen out of the game offensively. Scott Fisher has been putting the body on Jansen, moving him away from the block and keeping him out so he can't get down inside and set up and use that height advantage on him.
Well, you know, in football season, you figure with Fisher being the linebacker, Jansen being the tight end, that, hey, Jensen had to block him and he had to get tackled by him. Now they're banging each other. Let's go down here what Coach Maloney has to say to the Clawson Trojans.
And damn it, you got to get some space for yourself. Both of you guys. Yeah, I want you at 5 and you're back at 3. Let's just go with the universal. If it's not there, then let's go triangle, damn it. Let's just make the cut. I guarantee. Hey, now I want the offense to get cleaned up right now. And we got to block up. Jay, you got to stop penetration out here. You know that. So too long right now. Hey, they made a lot of threes. They're not going to keep making those threes.
Transition is a program designed to give perspective pertaining to African-American issues. Host Jeffrey Miller has conducted interviews with Louis Farrakhan, John Conyers, and Coleman Young. Watch Transition Saturday night at 10 on Channel 63. That was a spirited John Maloney in that huddle.
John Maloney was upset. I guess he's not getting the things done that he wants to have done here in this first quarter.
He's 3 for 13. I guess you're not
Shooting
real happy.
23%, that's not good.
And Avondale, on the other hand, 44%. And now just a little bit better as Joey Allen takes it to the hole off the reverse, gets it off the glass, and now they're up by 11, 21 to 10.
Joey Allen elevated so he looked like he was climbing a ladder that time on that one, Joe. Went up real high for that one.
Oh, and Avondale almost threw away the rebound there. Andre Dembo with the rebound, but the outlet pass wasn't there. Shante Robinson again picking up a loose ball that time.
Shante Robinson is all over the floor. He's plenty of action.
Well, I talked to somebody who covers high school basketball. He said, you know, he hadn't seen him play, but he kept hearing stuff about this guy. And I'll tell you, everything that people have said so far has turned out to be true. See, they're in a little bit of a slowdown right now that just the break's not there, and this time he kind of forces that one, but rebound comes down to Dembo.
And so far, the speed and quickness of Avondale is really taking control of the game. The height of the Clawson Trojans has yet to really dominate. They're not getting the rebounds on that last one. You saw Avondale come away with the rebound also.
That's right, and that time they tried to go down low to number 51, Jason Hansen, and I don't know if it was the pressure that Jansen provided or not, but it went off his hands as he tried to post Jansen up. And it's a turnover, and Clawson's got the ball, and they've got to get something going, get some momentum.
And we see Avondale setting up for that half-court pressure that Coach Woodmore told us that he would try to apply.
You're going to see them in man-to-man almost the entire night. Jansen with a turnaround gun, doesn't go. Dash, the smallest guy on the court, skies for that rebound. And he's putting a little shake and bake on him, looking over to Robinson. He's got the three. He's thinking about it. Sends it back up to Dash instead. Back over to Robinson. He's looking down low for a post-up. Gets it to Dembo. He misses off the back of the rim, and the rebound to McKenzie, but Dembo steals it from him from the blind side.
Great defensive play. Came around, the man didn't know he was there. He reached in and took the ball away from him.
Oh, and that time Dash forced a three from almost NBA range. It went over the backboard and out of bounds, and it's Clawson's ball.
And you know, Joe, the last time that Clawson was down on offense, they got the ball into Jansen. He was still a bit out from the block. Took the shot when he missed. There were no other Clawson Trojans there to grab the rebound, so Avondale came away with the rebound.
And there's another turnover for Clawson, and Ron Dash picks it up, goes into the layup and the foul. And they're just controlling the tempo of this game completely.
Avondale is putting the pressure on him. As we see, they came away that time with a steal, got the bucket, and now he's going to go to the line for a three-point play, hopefully.
Yeah, and that foul, well, hopefully for Avondale anyway. As you see him take it to the hole, and Charlie Streetman gets him on the offhand. If you're going to, every coach will tell you, if you're going to foul the guy in that situation, make sure that ball doesn't go up.
Get the bucket, absolutely.
That's right. And now Ron Dash, as you mentioned, has got a chance to convert the three-point opportunity. This guy, 5'8". I don't know about that either, but he's playing bigger than 5'8". Misses the free throw, but Shantae Robinson comes down with it.
Look at that.
I'll tell you something right there. John Jansen just let him go. He's not in foul trouble yet. He's going to have to intimidate a little bit and swat that away, I think.
Shantae Robinson by himself is controlling the game.
Another
nice
turnover.
steal.
Ron Dash again off the glass. A mirror of what he just did. And John Maloney wants a timeout. And he was spirited before at the end of the quarter. And since this quarter started, he's been outscored 8-0. I wonder how spirited he is now. On the other hand, Sam Woodmore's probably pretty happy.
Absolutely.
Let's go hear what Sam Woodmore has to say to his guys.
I'm changing the guards because it takes a lot of hard work to do this thing right. That's when I'm alternating Mark in for you or you. Just
go, baby. Keep putting the D on.
You've got to keep playing that hard defense.
I pressure doing it.
You cannot let up. You cannot let up.
So pressure doing it, baby.
Come on, baby.
I can't handle pressure. I don't got no ball hand.
1, 2, 3.
Watch Roadshow Video tonight at 9 as Brad and Pat travel to Industry in Pontiac. You'll see, among other things, the virtual reality video game. That's Roadshow Video tonight at 9. And, you know, Roadshow Video, I don't know if people know this, it's pretty much between them and Dana Carvey as to who's taking David Letterman's spot at NBC. So we'll have to wait and see. But you could hear Coach Woodmore in that huddle say, just keep doing the same thing, and that's probably good advice. And there it is again.
Absolutely. They come away with the steal again.
This time Cortez Pope, he misses, but number 25, Hutchins, comes in with the foul. He misses the first one, goes up again, and there's another foul. And I'll tell you, Avondale is just, they're hustling more, they're out-quicking them. Now let's take a look here. You see Pope take it to the hole, get the block there by number 44, Chris Gardner. Hutchins comes in for the rebound, misses that one, gets it again, and this time there's the foul.
Avondale may be smaller, but their quickness and their leaping, you know, quickly on the rebound. They're coming away with the rebounds. They're doing a great job today against this height of Clawson.
We've talked about Shantae Robinson doing a lot of things, and to a little lesser extent Andre Dembo, but really there hasn't been any one guy. You know, Ron Dash came in off the bench, and he provided a spark. And, you know, we just saw Cortez Pope make a big play. And now Kenneth Hutchins at the line where he misses the first free throw. They're all contributing.
The key is they're all playing defense. They're all playing great pressure defense.
And that's something that we heard Coach Woodmore say before the game. That's something he believes in. Now we see they're going to try to post Jansen up on the baseline. He pump fakes, goes in off the glass. They got to get more of that from him. He's got to get it inside, get the easy buckets. You get that defense to converge on him, maybe you can get some easy open jump shots for the other guys.
That was a beautiful up and under move by Jansen.
And that was the first bucket just a minute ago for Clawson this quarter. It's 10-2 so far in the quarter and 29-12 in the game. Take a look at this, and if you're in your living room, duck right now. There you see Frey off the glass and good. That's the shooter. We saw him miss a couple open threes, but he must be the shooter if they're letting him take it. That time he goes in, gets it off the glass for 2. And again, if Jansen can hit inside, they'll probably get it to him outside for the easy jump shot.
And Frey went ahead and took it in a little closer and took the shot off the glass.
This time they go to Pope for the open jump shot. And again, they didn't get the rebound, but you saw number 51, Hansen, come in hustling, trying to get that rebound. But McKenzie's going to bring it up for Clawson coming back, and he's got Trammell on him, and they're going to call that foul. The Avondale guys are hustling.
You know, Joe, I know it's not our job to officiate, but on that last rebound there by Clawson's Gardner, it looked as though he did push off on that.
Let's take a look, see if we can see. Well, this is on the foul that Trammell just committed, and that, I guess he did hit him, but up
not
there,
much of a fall, really.
Doesn't
not
affect
much of a
the game
foul at all.
Yeah. Here you see the double team on guard.
It looks
Correct
like
on McKenzie, and now they're going to call a foul on one of the 2 Avondale players. And you know, I don't want to officiate either, and I've never been a ref, but I think refs sometimes subconsciously help the team that's losing, especially when they're down by 15, and I think we've seen that the last 2 calls.
And that call went against Cortez Pope, and I think he's going out of the game now.
Yeah, I don't think Sam Woodmore's happy about that. Probably the first thing all night he hasn't been happy about is you see number 25, Jason Szyminski, coming in for Clawson. And they're going to inbound it to Frey, and he slid his foot over the midcourt line. That's an over and back violation. And boy, when things are going bad.
Right. Frey committed the cardinal sin by being too close to the half-court line as the inbound pass was coming in.
You know, and every coach will tell you, just catch it over on the other side. There's no rule about over and back off the inbound. Just get over there and catch it. Don't mess around. You see Trammell firing up in and out, but again, Dembo with the rebound, knocked out of bounds off of Clawson. Dembo is everywhere tonight, doing a great job of just providing the little things.
And Trammell made a nice offensive move there. It looked like the ball was going down, but it had some English on it, and it rolled out.
There you saw Ron Dash miss it, and they get the outlet to Frey. He goes underneath to McKenzie. He loses it, and Trammell's is looking like he's got it. Scramble for the loose ball, picked up by number 51, Hansen. He's going to bring it up the floor. Now he's going to give it to Trammell, and they're going to run the offense.
Once again, you see Avondale coming away with the loose balls. When the ball goes on the floor, you're usually coming out with it.
And there, Robinson misses. Dash again, skies for the board, misses the putback, and Szyminski comes up with the rebound, gets it over to McKenzie, and he's bringing it up the floor, taking it one-on-one with Trammell. Down low to Jansen, and he ought to get this off the glass, and does.
Yeah, that time Jansen was left open, and they made the entry pass, and he made a nice shot right there under the block.
Got to be looking to do that more often. Get it down low to him, get the easy buckets. Trammell's going to fire up the 3 this time. And that was right in line with what we were looking at here, and you can see the minute he let go that was going in.
Joe, I think Trammell is feeling it. He's looking to make the shot, take the shot, and also to take the ball inside.
And now take it away from Clawson. Dash comes in, spins. Oh my.
Nice, beautiful spin move there by Ron Dash.
I think we're going to send that to CNN for play of the day. That looked great, and Clawson still is not able to get anything going offensively or defensively. They're going to try to post somebody up. Szyminski's looking like he's trying to get position. But Frey takes it. He's double-teamed, gets it to Clawson, or to Clawson's number 30, Jansen. He fires in the jump shot. Now, we haven't seen him make that yet tonight. If he can make that, he'll get going. That'll open up the layups for him, too.
If he can make that, that's going to make it a lot tougher for Avondale to defend against him. If he can step out and hit that jumper consistently.
Oh, mine. Robinson, he just went up and got fouled from behind and below. Got him below the back, and that could have been a nasty spill, and that's how you get knee injuries and back injuries. Fortunately, he's up and ready to shoot his 2 foul shots. Let's take a look at this.
And here's the foul here. There's Shante Robinson driving into the lane, taking the shot, drawing the foul from number 25. That's Jason Szyminski for the Trojans of Clawson.
And you're looking at one of the top scorers in Oakland County there in Shante Robinson, and he's going to get to add to his scoring total tonight with 2 free throws. And they're looking to bring Scott Fisher in off the bench the next opportunity. And I guess he's coming in for the shooter because he's not coming in now.
And we found a weakness of Shante Robinson. He missed his first free throw.
Yeah, it's finally something he didn't do right, which probably a coach probably likes, because if a guy plays perfect, there's nothing you can get him on in practice to work harder with. Now they can get on him for that. But
and once again,
Dembo with another rebound.
Once again, Avondale coming away with the rebound.
And Ron Dash has the ball up top now. He's looking over to Robinson. He's going to try to drive baseline. It's not there. Brings it back up on the right wing. Goes up top to Dash. He's going to bring it over to the left side to Trammell. He fires up the 3 right in front of us again. This time it's off the back of the rim. And the rebound comes down to Gardner. Gardner gets it over to McKenzie. He's going to bring it up right down the middle with Trammell guarding him.
And there's Avondale applying that half-court pressure.
Sheminsky's got it in the high post, takes it underneath into the hole, over the rim. Rebound was in Hansen's hands, and Jansen knocked it out of bounds, and it remains Avondale's ball. And now Fisher's going to come in, and Shante Robinson gets a well-deserved rest.
And Sheminsky made a nice move there on the baseline, just didn't get the ball to go down.
Well, you know, it's funny. They're actually executing, I think, a lot of what they want to do, and they're just not finishing what they want to do.
And the pressure of Avondale is taking some steals and they're getting the rebounds.
Wow, Trammell just had that put in his face by Jansen. No goaltending on that, and now the frustration of getting your shot blocked results in a foul on Trammell. And anyone who's ever played basketball knows what he's feeling right now.
Absolutely. He did want to go back and try to redeem himself after having the shot blocked and committed the foul.
And you will see that. You will see this at every level from the YMCA up to the pros. You get the shot blocked, you're a little frustrated, and then you come over, and I guess we're not going to see the foul that he commits trying to make the steal, but they're in the bonus, and Clawson's number 33, McKenzie, is going to go to the line for the 1-and-1. And they need these. It's 34-18, and they're going to sit Trammell down. He was a little upset with himself. Sit him down, let him collect his thoughts as McKenzie hits the first free throw.
Well, you can see that intense look on Trammell's face, and I think he's really feeling it offensively. And he kind of wants to take over for the team and try to get the buckets.
You know, and sometimes, you know, you've got to take a kid with that kind of intensity. Sometimes you want to control it, but you don't want to stifle it, because you don't. That's a lot better than a kid who doesn't care.
Absolutely.
I'd rather have that. And you see McKenzie split the free throws. He gets one. It's 34-20. Must have gotten both, although I thought I saw one not go.
I only saw one go down too, Joe.
Yeah, I think the scoreboard operator might have made an error. Another turnover, this time going Clawson's way, and Frey brings it up. And again, they can't get a fast break going because of Avondale's quickness. They're back there to guard it right away, and he misses the open jumper. This one comes down to Joey Allen. He's going to bring it up the floor down the middle, looking to force it. Looking for Dembo. That one's turned over to Sheminsky, over to Jansen. I don't think that's the guy you want bringing the ball up the floor. And a little trouble controlling that ball right there without much defensive pressure as McKenzie's got it up top.
Let's see if they can get the ball into Jansen again. He's posting up on the block there.
Yeah, there's a little banging going on down there between Shante Robinson and Jansen. Number 44, Gardner, fires it up instead, and Robinson comes in for the rebound. He's bringing it up. He's got Allen underneath, doesn't see him. Now he's going to look over for Fisher on the right side. He's going to look, nothing there, back up to Robinson, and they're probably going to take this to the end of the half with 38 seconds left. He brings it up high. He's going to get double teamed. That's going to get an open layup if they're not careful. Dash brings it back up top again. He's going to bring the defense out. And something else they wanted to do, bring Jansen out of the
Bring Jansen out, absolutely. And he's coming out now.
Oh, and a turnover, though, by Sheminsky steals the ball. And they've got it in McKenzie's hands with 19 seconds left. They'll probably hold for the last shot this time. We'll see if they want to go down low, but it's another turnover. Shante Robinson, and he's got Allen behind if he wants him. Allen misses the putback, trying to dunk it. 44 Gardner with the rebound over to Jansen. He's got 3 seconds left. A steal by Allen. And Robinson grabs the loose ball, fires up a long three. A lot of craziness in the last 30 seconds.
What a way to end the half.
Wow.
You know, ball going back and forth, teams stealing from one another. A lot of action. I thought for certain that Shante Robinson was going to get the foul on that drive, but he didn't.
And you just saw Coach John Maloney from Clawson, who I think is concocting a very inspirational speech right now for his troops as they go in down at halftime 34-20. You see no foul there on McKenzie apparently. And number 21, Allen, came in trying to dunk that putback, and he just didn't get the elevation to do it. If he had just come in and grabbed it and tipped it in for a layup,
he could have put it right back in with no problem.
As it is, it's 34-20 Avondale. Not too many things going wrong for the Yellow Jackets, not too many things going right for the Trojans. And we'll be right back with the second half here on TCI.
You have to be away. You don't see enough of her and you know she misses you. You'd give her anything, but what she needs most can be the hardest thing to find. The time to talk about the hard decisions she faces, about why she shouldn't smoke. Talking to her is something that doesn't cost money, and it's the most valuable gift you'll ever give. Everybody needs help talking to their kids sometimes. Call for your free booklet on how parents can talk to their teenagers about smoking and other tough issues. The Family Course Consortium believes smoking shouldn't be a part of growing up.
We're back for the second half of tonight's game, and before we do anything, we want to apologize to Tim Lawrence's family. our roster and every roster that anybody got here tonight, the game programs have number 41 for Avondale
And they
listed
say
as
his name
Andre
is Andre Dembo.
And Andre Dembo's not on the team. Tim Lawrence has been called up from the junior varsity, and that's the guy who's having a great game right now. So, again, we apologize to the Lawrence family, and we won't make that mistake again. And right off the start, there's almost another turnover by Clawson.
Absolutely.
Avondale's still hustling on defense. Let's take a look at the halftime stats here. Neither team over 40% shooting.
But the big thing here is the rebounding. Avondale, the smaller, quicker team, out-rebounding the taller team by 5, 21-16.
And by 6 in the offensive rebound category, which makes up for the 38% shooting. As Jansen goes off the dribble to the hole. That's something we haven't seen at all tonight. He used a little quickness there to get a layup.
So Jansen is showing some offensive skills when he can get loose.
Yeah, they've got to get the ball in his hands and get him a little more confident and a little looser. And right there, a little fumble. They get it over to Shantae Robinson for 3. He misses off the front, and Jansen boxes out and gets the rebound.
Jansen coming away with the rebound there.
McKenzie brings it up the floor with Trammell guarding him. Looking to set something up. He's got Sheminsky in the high post. He's not open yet. Now they get it to him, and Robinson's on him. And that's a foul on Shantae Robinson. Again, Shantae, if there is a weakness that Coach Woodmore talked about, it's sometimes he gets into foul trouble.
Sometimes he gets into foul trouble.
And there's John Maloney encouraging his guys to
And here's the
keep
replay
playing
here
good defense.
as we see Shantae Robinson reaching in, trying to steal on the pass.
You hate seeing those kind of fouls because they don't really do anything. Right there, Sheminsky misses the shot. Gardner hustles for the rebound. He misses it, and that one goes off. Well, I guess it goes off Sheminsky's
it goes off his foot.
It's a little bit of a scramble. There have been a lot of those tonight.
And once again, we saw Shantae Robinson up there on the boards.
Yeah, Shantae Robinson just does a little bit of everything, and it gets him free. He had 11 points in the first half to lead the way for Avondale. Now they look to go down low to Trammell, and Sheminsky steps in front with the steal, goes down court to Jansen, and Fisher, the linebacker, comes up, I guess, and intercepts.
Made a nice defensive play there by getting back. Jansen was getting loose on the fast break there, was going to try and go in.
Maybe that's a forced fumble, I don't know, football, you know. And there you see Jansen turning the key, misses off the front end, and that one goes off Sheminsky's leg again. And Jansen's still trying to get himself into a zone, and he hasn't really been able to yet. Every time it looks like he might, just something happens that it slows down.
We'll see him make a couple of buckets, and we'll see him miss a few shots. But they're getting the ball to him, and that's the good thing for Clawson. At least they're getting the ball to their big man.
And Cortez Pope brings it up along the left side. He looks way down to number 25, Hutchins. Double pumps and gets the foul on the floor before the shot. Should be on Gardner.
Yeah, that's number 44, Chris Gardner, on the foul.
That's who they call it on. Let's see.
Okay, and here's the foul. We're going to see definitely Chris Gardner reaching in there. And also, I think that's number 25, Sheminsky.
And, of course, in the NBA, that would get you to the free throw line because anything will get you to the free throw line in the NBA.
Now, the one thing that has happened here, the opening of the second half, Joe, is that Clawson has come out and they're applying more pressure defensively on Avondale, trying to get them to throw some bad passes and maybe make some steals.
Well, as you see right there, Sam Whitmore picks up the loose ball. Part of that, I think, is if you can't control the tempo, then you're going to have to play with the tempo. And that includes pressing and running the ball.
And they've got a deficit to make up.
Yeah.
So they've got to do something.
There you see Frey looking down low to Jansen. He goes off the glass, and again, sometimes it looks so easy for him. He posts up, and that was like nothing.
If you can get him down there that close and get him the ball, he should be able to score.
They got the ball in Trammell's hands right now, and they're going to call a timeout. I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of an adjustment now that this game has become a 10-point game, 34-24. And Sam Whitmore realizes that his guys have let what was an easy blowout turn into a semi-close game.
Well,
let's go hear what Clawson has to say now that they're getting back in the groove.
Then cut out. Yeah, if you just switch slowly with it. Hey, here's the key. Now that we're handling their pressure, here's the key. We have got to get every loose ball in the defensive end. It's critical. You've got to concentrate. Now, I sense that they're not going to be shooting in those threes like they were. The noose is a little bit tighter. They just took a timeout. The noose, and so don't give up. Hey, no penetration. No penetration, but know where 31 is at all times. Come on, let's go. Okay? Hey, every possession. Go. Let's go. Hey,
Next week, we'll be at the new Troy High School as the Colts take on the Ferndale Eagles. Don't miss it. The game of the week next Saturday and Monday at 7 p.m.
And in that timeout, Joe, we saw John Maloney, the head coach of Clawson, telling his players they've got to get the loose balls and they've got to get the rebounds, and that's what they were missing in the first half.
And the other thing I noticed was always know where number 31 is, and that's Mark Trammell.
Shante Robinson. Nice
Robinson.
shot.
And whatever Coach Woodmore did in his huddle work, they got an easy bucket that time. Now we see number 33, McKenzie, bringing it up with Trammell on him. He's got Frey open for a 3. Jansen gets it to him, takes it inside for a 2 and misses. And number 25, Kenneth Hutchins, comes under, gets the rebound, gets it to Robinson, and he tries to force it up the floor, holds up. I think Better Sense got a hold of him that time. Trammell goes cross court, this time to Pope. He looks inside to Fisher. He takes Jansen to the hole, and
oh, they're going to call that out of bounds, huh?
no foul.
No foul on Jansen on
Good
that.
block then.
And that's what you want Fisher to do, though. You want him to get the ball in there and challenge Jansen and maybe draw some fouls.
And now Avondale's going to have to inbound it underneath the basket. They go up top looking for Fisher, and McKenzie almost with the steal, and that's not over and back because there wasn't possession.
Once again, Fisher driving. Oh, they're going to call him for a charge.
Offensive foul. Number 40, who I guess we better apologize to his family too because he's not listed on the
And here's the
roster at all.
replay. We've got Scott Fisher bringing the ball in, driving down the lane, taking it in. Number 40 standing there. He does have position.
Excellent call, excellent position. And right now, Clawson they've got it going. If they just can chip away at this.
Oh, nice steal there. Looks like Cortez Pope reached in and got that.
There you see number 31, Trammell, the ball. Goes up top to Fisher. Goes over to Pope. He brings it up top. They're looking to set up something. Pope looks for the 3, goes under to Fisher. He hits Trammell coming underneath.
Oh.
Now Robinson's got the open shot from about 15 feet away off the front of the rim, and Gardner skies for the rebound.
Avondale ran a nice play on that one. They got the ball into Fisher, got the man coming down the baseline. They made a nice feed. They just didn't come away with the bucket on that one.
You see Gardner looks under to Sheminsky. He's got Frey. He goes in for the easy 8-footer. And we've got an official's timeout because the net is hanging down at the other basket.
That was a nice shot there by
Kenneth Hutchins comes
Frey.
down. He can jump, and he does, and grabs
Pulls
that
the net down, right?
And we're back to playing. As we see Chris Gardner coming back into the game, going to give Sheminsky a rest.
Let's see if Clawson comes out with that pressure again. It looks like they're going back to their 2-3 zone.
See Pope bring it up. He looks over to Robinson, down low to Fisher. Back to Robinson.
Avondale's doing a good job of taking their time, picking their spots when they go in and go ahead and try to make a move to the bucket.
Well, there you see Robinson misses off the front end. Clawson rebounds. And McKenzie brings it up.
Once again, Avondale's trying to trap out front, but Clawson was able to see what was coming.
And Jansen, no offensive foul on that as Hutchins tried to do a little acting job on that. And again, sometimes it looks so easy.
They got the ball in deep to John Jansen that time.
And Trammell with the ball this time, and they are aware of where he is. He hasn't had an open opportunity yet. Pope tries to force one up from 17 feet. Misses, and now they are scrambling for every loose ball. He gets it into Gardner's hands. He brings it up looking for Fry. He's got him. Tries to go behind the back, and the fast break is gone. McKenzie brings it back out to Fry, looking to post up Jansen down low on Sheminsky. Turns back to Fry for the open 3. He fires it up again off the front of the rim. Robinson with the rebound. He loses it, and they should give that to Avondale as Fry picked it up while he was standing out of bounds.
Well, the one thing that Clawson is trying to, Avondale is trying to do to Clawson, they're trying to trap him. Here's Shante Robinson coming down with the ball and being knocked out by Brad Frey.
He stepped his hands on the out-of-bounds line as he has possession. That's a good call. They're going to give John Jansen a rest right now. That's probably the last rest he's going to get because they're going to need him in the fourth quarter. 36-28. They've cut this inside of 10 points for the first time in a long time. There's a kickball violation. That'll remain Avondale's ball as Trammell was looking for Pope in the left wing. Robinson will inbound right in front of his own bench.
And you know, the last time down, Avondale took a shot that they really should not have taken. They have been using good patience before. Let's see if they can go back to using some patience this time and get themselves a good shot.
Well, they didn't use patience, but they got it to Robinson, and he hit it anyway, so I guess if it works, do it.
Or you go to the guys with the hot hand. And Shante Robinson definitely has that.
McKenzie gets pressured up top. He goes to Sheminsky. He tries to take it right to the hole. No foul on that, but a great shot. He kind of switched hands in midair.
Went down the lane, made a beautiful shot.
And once again, it's an 8-point game, 38-30 as Cortez Pope has it, looks over to Shante Robinson, tries to go baseline. Gardner cuts that off. Looks to throw it to Trammell, throws it away over his head, and a turnover for Avondale. And they're going to bring in a couple of new guys, Ron Dash and Joey Allen, who both provided the spark in the first half, and they're going to have to do the same thing again here in the second half. Ron Dash, we mentioned earlier, smallest guy on the floor at 5'8", and he's been doing a great job of skying for the ball, getting the rebounds, and there
as we see there, he almost came away with a steal.
Now they got it over to Gardner. He's trying to get Sheminsky down low, posting up. He comes across the lane, fires it up. 2 possessions in a row for Sheminsky to hit a shot inside the key.
So John Jansen goes out of the game. Sheminsky takes over offensively, makes 2 straight buckets.
This time they go back to Robinson. He misses off the front of the rim. And number 22, that's Charlie Streetman, comes up with the rebound. He brings it up. Can't get it over the midcourt line. Allen's on him. Now he gets it over. Deflected away by Robinson. McKenzie gets the ball. He's looking down, and Scott Fisher this time comes up with the interception.
Now there's Tim Lawrence.
Who blows the layup. Ron Dash, though, comes in and steals the outlet pass. They get it up to Joey Allen, and he's going to slow things down, give Avondale time to set up.
Avondale brings Ron Dash and Joey Allen into the game, and you see the pressure picks up immediately.
Okay, and now Clawson's going to bring Jansen back into the game. He's probably set for the last time.
And Joe, I noticed something. We said Tim Lawrence. Maybe if we had said Andre Dembo, he may have made that later.
Yeah, really. We should misidentify him more for his own sake. 38-32, however, it's a close game, and I think Avondale is starting to feel it a little bit. Back up Fisher with the ball now. He's looking over to Allen. He almost throws that away.
Yes, that's right. Avondale has got to control this tempo. They've got to take their time and make good passes.
Ron Dash using that quickness that we saw earlier. I'm anxious to see what they call this. It's not a shot offensive foul. I thought that's what they would call it. He kind of forced it and slid into him, and I know refs don't like to be played with. And he kind of tried to make like he was shooting, and I think they just said, no.
No, we got you on that one.
Yeah. And again, kind of what Maloney was saying in that huddle. They're starting to feel the noose a little bit.
And I think Maloney has got to be pleased. They've cut this lead down to 6.
Hey, this is a whole nother game in the second half, and we're down to the last minute of the third quarter. And this is a 6-point game. As you see Frey going over to Streetman. He's got Allen on him. He's looking down to Sheminsky.
Oh,
Jansen's
great double
top.
team.
I don't know why he's up top, but come up with another steal, and that's Joey Allen coming in just like he did in the first half with a little spark. Goes over to Ron Dash.
Joey Allen did a good job that time. Once the pass went down, he left his man and came down to double team and stole the ball away.
And again, as we near the end of the third quarter, as you see 36 seconds left, they're going to probably hold for the last shot. And Robinson's just going to hang on to it until the defense comes out and plays him. And
it looks like the defense is going to sit back. So we have time to talk about it now.
Yeah, it's kind of boring.
Well, Clawson must be satisfied with the fact that they've cut this lead down to 6, and they're just going to sit back and wait and see what Avondale does.
Well, you don't want to give up anything easy or anything dumb. They're going to make them earn this, and they almost come up with a steal.
They almost steal the ball.
Charlie Streetman with a great defensive effort. Joey Allen fires up the 3 and air ball, and you know, they just got a home court clock because that thing hit the out-of-bounds line with 3 seconds, and there's 1 on the clock right now. They're not going to get a shot off of any consequence. Jansen will get it. He's not even going to get it off. That won't count. Didn't go anyway, but they got a little home court clock on that.
And since we're on the home court, we didn't hear the chant of air ball either, you know?
That's right. But that's the end of the third quarter here, and what was a blowout is now 38-32. Still in favor of Avondale, but again, it is getting closer every minute of the game. We're going to go down and hear what Sam Woodmore has to say now to his troops.
Shots from patient, you don't need those long shots unless somebody's going to rebound. Because when you shoot them, go in and follow your shot. Okay. I want you to stop, guys, turn the kick back a little bit deep. You may get a little bit deep. Now, who you got Mark Joey on?
Whoever Joey had. Joey, who just checked in.
That's checked in. Got number 12. Well, I got the other guy. Okay. Come on, man. Let's go. cannot let up. Let's go.
Got it wrong.
Keep on top of what's going on in Oakland County. Tune in to the Oakland Press Perspective. The editor of the Oakland Press, Neil Monroe, hosts this program. Watch it every Friday at 8:30 on Channel 63. I'll tell you, at halftime, I thought whoever thought this was an evenly matched game hadn't seen either of these teams play, but apparently they know a little more than we did.
This is turning out to be a real barn burner here. I think we're going to see it maybe get closer here in this fourth quarter.
As Clawson outscored Avondale in that third quarter 12-4, another one of those, and they'll have themselves a win. There you see them trying. Avondale tries to go down low to Fisher. Isn't there? Tim Lawrence comes up with the loose ball, though, and gets it stuffed back in his face.
A lot of contact on that shot, Joe. I think he should have got a foul called there.
Yeah, they're letting a lot go on underneath. Ron Dash fires up for three. He doesn't get that. Gardner comes up with the rebound, and this time they do call the contact. I guess they call it on the rebounds, but not on the shot block.
I think they like the ticky-tack, is what it is.
Yeah, but if you're going to call the ticky-tack, you got to call the obvious. But one of these guys is probably going to watch this tape and send us nasty letters if there's anything else. So let's take a look at the shot block. There you see.
There's
Tim
Lawrence
to save the ball.
Going up strong with the shot.
Well, I'll tell you, what I think it is? The guy that blocked it didn't foul him, so they didn't call anything. The foul would have been on Sheminsky, and Jansen came across from the weak side to block it. That doesn't justify not calling it, but the refs are just like us. They're watching the ball and watching where the play is going on. You see him go down low to Gardner. He misses the easy layup. Jansen
on the rebound.
Another putback, but he gets fouled, and he'll be at the line. And he's a little frustrated, but he's starting to dominate the board.
Starting to become a factor.
Oh, and from what John Maloney, as you see Maloney talking to Jansen, he said he's an excellent foul shooter, as is his entire team. So he's not going to be too disappointed with him at the free throw line.
Well, let's see if he gets these two down. They're down only by 6.
And they were down by
a whole lot.
18 at one point, I think. Gets the shooter's roll. Big guy with a soft touch.
Having that soft touch helps when that ball hits rim.
Man. You see John Maloney discussing things with his coaches, has to be very pleased with the effort. And I don't know what he said at halftime, but I don't know if he motivated or scared him or both, but it sure had an effect.
He definitely got his point across, right?
Yeah. Well, he got both free throws. Both of them got the roll. And now,
Avondale, lack of concentration on that.
I'll tell you, it's a 4-point game, and I don't know, there's nothing you can say about that. They just let that ball go out of bounds.
Let the ball go out of bounds.
And Ron Dash is going to sit down for a second. I believe Cortez Pope's going to come in, and I don't know if he tripped or if he's limping, but he was kind of hobbling as he walked into the game. There you see number 33 with the ball, McKenzie. He goes to Jansen, turn around, gun at the foul line.
Beautiful shot.
That's a college basketball player. Right
Beautiful.
And then he's only a junior. He's got another year to work on this. Not too many 6'8" guys in high school that are juniors, 16, 17 years old, can run, much less hit the turnaround jump shot.
And like we say, when he can hit that makes him real tough.
Yeah, that's, a little bit of that football helps the coordination, but having that touch, that's just ability. That's hard work. And another turnover. Sheminsky stepped on the sideline, but again, Clawson has just owned the second half.
Now here's what's happened, Joe. Clawson has come out, and they've done some good things. They've made some steals. They've cut the lead down to 2. They feel extremely confident. Avondale has let the lead slip, and now their confidence is waning. Their concentration is gone.
And McKenzie with the steal and the layup, and we have a tie ball game.
And I think Sam Whitmore is going to call a timeout. I think it's about that time.
He has got to be upset. He's begging for a timeout. His players don't hear him. And Trammell fires in a 2, and he still wants that timeout. But I guess you take that. They get the lead back, at least briefly. And we're going to see McKenzie bring the ball up. They're going to push it. Right on Trammell, takes it inside, decides not to take the shot, goes to Sheminsky. He goes in off the glass. And I think they're going to call that timeout this time. Cortez Pope does. And we have a tie ball game at 40-all. And not only have they come back, they've come back playing Avondale's game.
Absolutely. They're doing a great job now also of handling the Avondale pressure. It's not phasing the guards. They're going ahead and they're penetrating and they're finding an open man underneath.
Well, let's go hear what Sam Whitmore is going to say to his guys to get their momentum back.
place it on him. All right. And the ball game is tied. Now, you want to move that? Mark, you want to take let's pick him up early. Pick him up early. Claim the ball. Claim the ball. Okay? Hey, fella.
I'll tell you, one of the things is Cy DeMuller hands us a couple sheets here. In the first half, we had shown it at the end of the half, Clawson shot 32%, Avondale 38%. In the second half, Avondale still below 40, but at 33%, and Clawson up to 50%, a complete turnaround. And at the free throw line, they're 8 out of 9, Avondale 2 for 5.
And that turnaround has resulted into a 40-40 tie when once, like you said, I think they were down by 17 or 18 points.
Yeah. Now they got the ball. Second half scoring 20-6, Clawson. Cortez Pope's got it up top. He goes over left wing to Robinson. He goes baseline, gets forced out of bounds by Gardner, and they're going to call that foul.
I think he draws the foul on that one.
Absolutely, because if he lands out of bounds with the ball, you've got to call it. You see, he takes some baseline.
Here's Shantae Robinson going baseline, definitely draws the contact, and he gets the foul.
That's one of those situations. He forces the contact, but it's still a foul because the defender's moving. And Robinson's going to inbound it underneath the basket. Jansen pressuring the inbound pass. And I would watch, I think Trammell might just try to sneak right in.
I'm looking to see if they're going to run an inbounds play to score or just an inbounds play to get the ball into the court.
If Trammell cuts right through the key, he's going to get a layup.
It's open. but Jansen is there to turn around.
That's right. And instead, Trammell goes all the way around, takes it outside the three-point line. He's got it. Now he goes to Robinson, back up to Trammell on the left wing. They've got Pope up top. They get it to him, and he's going to set the offense up. And Clawson stays in its zone defense. They get it over to Trammell. Tries to bust the zone with the triple, but Sheminsky comes down with the rebound and gets it into Gardner's hands, and he brings it up the floor. He's got Jansen down low if he sees him. He doesn't. Gets it over to McKenzie instead, and they're going to set up their offense against Avondale's man-to-man. He's got Jansen
beautiful
high post, but Robinson with the steal forces it down, gets the ball, and the hoop.
Bucket's good. Wait a minute.
No,
Bucket's good.
Bucket's good, but what now? I don't know what he just called.
I know, he's waving his hand.
Robinson's not happy, but he made the basket.
But here's the replay. Shantae Robinson with the steal going all the way, puts his shoulder down, goes in, lays it in, the ball goes in.
Ball goes in, and the
I don't understand this call, Joe.
No shot? They didn't change the scoreboard. I guess it's not good.
It looks like they didn't give him the bucket. They must have called the foul before the shot. Shantae Robinson again drives.
And again, you know, we talked about it before. When something doesn't go your way, you force things.
Yes.
You just forced it.
Yes.
Jansen with the rebound spins, gets the ball into McKenzie's hands, and he slows it up with Trammell on him.
Once again, we can see Clawson's doing a great job of handling the pressure of Avondale.
And right there, Jansen brought the double team to himself and got Bray a layup. He missed it. Scrambled for the rebound. We're going to get a foul called right there on Cortez Pope.
Now, Joe, here's the difference from the first half to the second half. In the first half, Avondale was getting all the rebounds. This half, Clawson is getting all the rebounds. They had about 2 shots on that one.
Well, there you see Sheminsky comes in with the putback. He doesn't get it. Jansen comes up. He gets hammered, and he laid there for a little while. And this is a tough guy, and he was laying there. He got hammered. So for him to stay on the floor for a little while, it must have been a good foul.
Yes, he is. And I don't think Avondale wants to foul him and put him on the line. He has shown that he can hit the foul shot.
And the rebound difference, 13-3 in the second half. Clawson's way, and offensive rebounds, 4-0. You hear the Avondale faithful counting off the dribble is always a favorite moment of mine at any basketball game. We see Scott Fisher coming in. They're going to give Hutchins a rest. And Scott Fisher is going to probably be told, do what you have to do
to stop Jansen. Absolutely.
You know, you've got X number of fouls left. I don't know if he's got 2 or 3 fouls right now, but you're going to probably tell him to use them. Jansen, he's 4 for 4 at the line. This guy, he's doing everything that's being asked of him in the second half. He has been just as much of a turnaround as his team has.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's been the difference.
Oh, and Trammell with a risky cross-court pass to Fisher. He forces one up. It's not there. McKenzie comes up with the rebound. He has to force the outlet pass and turns it over. Trammell comes up with the loose ball. He forces up. He got, I don't know if that's a 3 or a 2, but he got fouled.
Yeah, he got fouled on the shot.
Let's see how many foul shots they're going to give him. I think he's going to get 3 shots. He does. He was shooting the 3. And that's not always a good sign because Avondale in the game is 2 for 5, whereas Clawson's 10 for 11. But this is the guy they want at the line.
That's the guy they want at the line, absolutely. And if you can sink all 3, they'll go up by 1 with 4 minutes to go.
That's a great rule. You know, it's about the only level they don't have it now is the NBA, but it makes sense.
It definitely makes sense. If you're shooting a 3 and you get fouled, you should get 3 foul shots.
That's right. Again, we mentioned earlier, Mark Trammell, even though he's not related to Alan Trammell, is a tremendous baseball player. And Sam Woodmore had said that, you know, he is being recruited basketball-wise. He is a senior, but he's also being recruited baseball-wise. And he's going to have a decision to make, but that's a nice problem to have.
Absolutely. What I like about Trammell is he's a competitor. The guy plays hard.
And right now he has helped out their free throw percentage, making the first 2 and the third, and they go from being 2 for 5 to being 5 for 8, and suddenly it's a little more respectable percentage. And they have a 1-point lead.
Now we're on an odd number. Let's see if it stays this way, going up and down.
Trammell tries to steal from Gardner. It's not there. Now they've got Jansen down low as Streetman gets it to him. He misses the easy layup, but Gardner throws it in. Oh, my.
Nice rebound, took it right back up, drew the foul, put the bucket in.
I think Tim Lawrence fouled him, and I think you're right. We should start calling him Andre Dembo again.
Had a much better game when we were calling him Andre Dembo, right?
Wow. But, you know,
here's
again,
the replay on this. There's Chris Gardner with the rebound, takes it up, draws contact, and puts the bucket in.
I'll tell you one thing in Tim Lawrence's defense. If he got called up from the JV, he's most likely a sophomore. It's a lot to ask of him. You know, and he had a great first half, but sophomores just aren't supposed to do too much. He misses that.
Oh, look at Jansen. Oh. This is a different team this second half, this Clawson Trojan team. Jansen went in there and pulled that ball away.
Oh, he's inspired, and there's a held ball situation, and the arrow is pointing Clawson's way. So it's still their ball, and I think they're going to give Jansen one more rest. Is that? No, he's just going over to talk to the coach. But it's going to be their ball, and right now Clawson has a 44-43 lead. As we saw Gardner miss the free throw, he couldn't convert the 3-point opportunity, but now this can be a 4-point trip.
Let's see if they get the ball to Jansen off the inbound play.
If nothing else, they've got Frey wide open up top, but instead they go to Streetman. He fires up a 3 and a 5-point trip. 47-43. Obviously their biggest lead of the night. And with 3 minutes and 41 seconds left in the game, suddenly Clawson's in command.
Absolutely. I thought they were going to go to Jansen on the inbound play, but they went to Streetman. He was wide open for that 3. Put it down.
Cortez Pope misses, but Tim Lawrence with the rebound loses it out of bounds off, again, of number 40, who we don't know who he is. And that was Clawson's first triple of the game. Avondale had been making a living with that in the first half.
It was the first triple, but it came at a good time.
That's right. Now the refs have to make a little clarification with the scores table. They take care of that. And Shante Robinson will inbound it as Sam Woodmore looks on, obviously concerned.
This has turned into quite a game. We would have never known from the way things were going in the first half that it would end up this way.
And look at the hustle by Clawson. Again, pressure in the inbound. Even when they don't get the ball, they're making Avondale have to work so much harder than they had to in the first half. And that's not over and back, though. That's not over and back.
Okay.
Until you have possession. That's something, again, where they tell you if you're close to midcourt, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
But it's a good thing Fisher went back and got it, because he almost went out of bounds with that. Trammell fires up the 3 off the front of the rim. Robinson gets it, loses the rebound, and Jansen comes down with it.
Shante Robinson went up and got it, but he lost it on the way down.
Lost his balance. Now they've got it in Frey's hand. He brings it up with Trammell guarding him. Looking to go left, uses the pick, goes inside. They go back out to Streetman. He fires up a 3, doesn't get that one. Robinson boxes out and grabs it, brings it up the floor.
This Streetman must be a nice 3-point shooter. He sets up out there, and he's got nice form and a good-looking shot.
Robinson takes it inside to draw the defense, gets it back out to Trammell, who misses, but Shante Robinson with the putback, and it's 47-45. And this game's going to the wire.
I like these games, Joe.
Oh, man. There you see the defensive pressure now coming from Avondale. They get it down low to Jansen. Double pumps. Gets it in. No foul called, but he gets the bucket. And this guy, you know, at halftime I started thinking, well, I think Jansen ought to be thinking football for and hell no, he'd have to be a pretty good football player now to outdo what he's doing as a basketball player.
He's got a good basketball game, absolutely.
And Robinson misses another triple.
Kickball, kickball.
They called the kick. Could have been a foul call. They called the kick. It's still Clawson's ball. They're going to bring in Sheminsky and McKenzie with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left, holding on to a 4-point lead and the ball. Gardner's going to inbound it, looking for McKenzie. He's being covered by Cortez Pope, and Frey's going to try to help. Now they get it to McKenzie. He brings it up the floor. He's got Sheminsky open on the left side and Frey on the right.
And Gardner's wide open underneath. And they found him.
Easy layup.
Makes the bucket.
You know, it's kind of funny. In the first half, that thing would have fallen out for them and fallen in for Avondale, and the exact opposite's happened in the second half.
Opposite.
Not only the effort, but the luck.
Charging call.
And of course, I guess your effort makes your luck for you, so they deserve that. But let's take a look here as Shante Robinson tries to force it.
He's driving down the lane, and there's Jansen. He's got position, held his position, and he drew the charging foul.
Give Robinson credit, though, just for running into the guy. My gosh. And there's another timeout called with 1:46 left in the game. Clawson Trojans 51, Avondale Yellow Jackets 45, and Clawson's got to see what they can do to hold on to the lead. We'll go down to Coach Maloney right now.
30-second segments. We're going to break it down into 30-second segments, okay? We're on offense right now, okay? You take it out of bounds, you and John make the cut, and then let's go. Hey, I want to get into triangle. I want 5. Okay, to screen down, and I want to lay up only.
Can we go right? Let's go right to 4 or 5.
Okay.
Then we get into it.
Okay. Let's go 4 or 5. Whoever is 5, screen for 4, and let's get into it. Lay up. Hey, let's go, Donnie. We can run it for 30.
Yeah, we can.
Hey, let's go. Defensively, find the shooter.
Next week, we'll be at the new Troy High School as the Colts take on the Ferndale Eagles. Don't miss the game of the week next Saturday and Monday at 7 p.m. The new Troy High as opposed to the old
beautiful high school.
Troy High.
Now, Coach John Maloney was telling his team he wants to break the game down into 30-second segments. Let's see if Avondale allows that to happen, or will they come out and try and force them to go to the line by maybe fouling them.
That's right. You see Sam Woodmore obviously concerned, and you know, if Avondale gives you the easy layup, you forget that 30-second rule for a little while. And Jansen handling the ball, gets it into McKenzie's hand, which I think is a smart move. He's pressured, has to get it over the timeline, and does to Frey, keeps himself in bounds. They try to foul him, they can't do it, throws up a prayer. That's about the way we can describe that. Draws the foul, and he's going to be at the line shooting too. Foul was on Robinson, I believe.
And here's the replay. Frey makes a nice move. He takes the ball down the lane, goes up for the shot, and he draws the foul.
And Robinson, another case, you know, the ball didn't go in, but he jumped and brought his hands down to avoid the foul. Hey, at that point, better block the shot, make sure that doesn't go in on a fluke.
And that time down, Clawson did a good job of handling the pressure. Avondale's trying to come out and trap with 2 or 3 men to try and make it difficult for them to pass the ball, but they're handling the pressure extremely well.
Yeah, and something we talked to John Maloney about, if you got a lead and they're fouling you, who do you want at the line? He said anybody.
And so far we're seeing that. Jansen's making his foul shots. Frey just made his.
Yeah, I think they've missed 2 foul shots all night. Trammell looks under to Robinson. He tries to force a pass. It's tipped and intercepted by Frey over to Jansen. He's got Gardner open down court. Doesn't see him. Gets it to McKenzie. He's got to get it over the timeline. Does to Frey, and he's going to slow it up with Pope on him, and Pope's going to knock it out of bounds. No foul on that play, but it's 53-45 with 1:08 left. And
once again, Clawson's doing a great job of handling the pressure in the second half. In the first half, they didn't do that. There's Jansen.
Jansen, I think, wanted to dunk it, and Robinson blocked it. Held ball situation this time goes Avondale's way. But that's another nice thing about having a 6'8" guy. They couldn't find anyone to inbound to, so they threw it high. He went and got it.
Jansen goes up for the shot.
What a block shot from behind. To do that without fouling is great. And Shante Robinson did not foul him, as you could see on that replay.
As you can see, he had all ball on that.
Still, 8 points in a minute is hard to get back.
Now Avondale needs to attack quickly.
Trammell fires up a 3 from the left wing, in, out, off the board. Robinson gets the rebound, and there's a foul there on Sheminsky. I think Robinson said something to him, but that's just aggressiveness, nothing malicious or dirty about it.
Shante Robinson was flying on that one, Joe. He went up real high and got that rebound.
And I guess if you're Avondale, this is unfortunate. That's only the fifth foul, and you're not shooting free throws yet.
And here's the replay on that. The three-point shot by Trammell, and we're going to see Shantae Robinson come in, go up real high, and come down with the rebound.
And what you didn't see was Shantae Robinson hit a triple from the right baseline to make it a 53-48 game. And they're back in it a little bit. They got to get it over the timeline. And Cortez Pope fouls him before that can happen. I don't know if I would have fouled him right there. It looked like they might have been able to get a 10-second call and get the ball back without putting him at the free throw line. And as we've seen, Clawson at the free throw line is...
yeah, they're dangerous. They're hitting their foul shots.
It's kind of like Michael Jordan on a breakaways. It's done. It's in.
And when you're down by 5 points with 37 seconds left and you know you got to stop the clock, the best way to do it is to foul them. You're putting them on the line, but they're hitting their foul shots. It makes it difficult to come back.
And Avondale calls a timeout, and I believe it's their last as the officials went over and gave them a 0 sign. And we're going to go hear what Sam Woodmore has to say in these last 37 seconds.
Sam Woodmore is telling his team they can't take the time just to bring the ball up, walk it up. They've got to attack quickly, get set up, make the pass, and go ahead and take the shot.
One thing in their favor is that's what they do. That's their standard offense. They run and gun, so it's not like they've got to force anything that they're not used to doing. This is just
right. Just do what they do well. But I think, like I said, I think they've lost their sense of concentration in the second half. It hasn't been the same team that we saw in the first half.
Yeah, in the first half, I mean, it looked like this was going to be pick your score night. And Frey at the line hits the front end of the 1-and-1, 54-48, 6-point game. And this is a big free throw because the 7-point lead is a 3-possession game, and he doesn't get it. And a little life left for Avondale as Fisher fires the outlet down low to Trammell.
Let's see if Trammell
back to Trammell from Pope, fires up the 3 and off the front and almost in. Sheminsky from behind gets the rebound. Another scramble, probably get a held ball. We do, and the arrow goes Clawson's way with 23 seconds left. And just when you think they got a little hint of a chance.
Yeah, it looks like it's slipping away. And Trammell took a nice look, got a good shot off, and looked as though he was going to get the shooter's roll there, but he didn't get it.
And again, we mentioned the balls that are teetering on the rim that were falling in are falling out this time.
Right, there's the ball going on the floor, and as you can see, Jansen and Avondale player that looks like Scott Fisher, and it was a held ball, goes over to Clawson.
If you were to tell me two guys would be scrambling for a ball on the ground, banging each other around, that's the two I'd have bet on.
Well, Scott Fisher's used to that, being a linebacker.
That's right. Scott Fisher, the all-time leading tackler here at Avondale. And there we got a foul on Avondale as Clawson inbounds it, and I believe we're going to see Brad McKenzie at the free throw line, a 6-foot senior. I guess, we never did get around to talking about these Woodmore kids. Said we would. We got 18 seconds. We ought to do it now on these free throws. But, the Woodmores, it's like the Jacksons in Indiana. It's just, they're legends here.
Okay.
And
all 5 of them, good athletes.
Yeah, Derek Woodmore played running back, I believe, at U of M. Hank played basketball at Wayne State. Damian at Michigan Christian played basketball. Kevin Woodmore at OCC right now is probably going to go to UNLV.
Be a running rebel.
That's right. And the Shark Tank, well, I guess it's not the Shark Tank anymore, but that's a lot of fun. And then Kenneth, who went here for a year and is, I believe, at Pontiac Central now or just graduated from there. But there they missed the front end of the 1-and-1. It's still a 6-point game. And Ron Dash fires up the 3 and off the front of the rim. Scramble for the rebound. Let's see who they give that to. Off of Avondale.
Awesome ball.
Who knows? We can't tell from up here who that one off of. 8 seconds left. John Maloney wants a timeout to make sure they secure this lead. Again, that one more free throw, 7 points, makes it a 3-possession game, and then you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Now I think one of the things he'll say is if they do score, don't inbound it. They have no timeouts left. You can let the clock run out while you're holding on to it.
That's right. Here's the replay, and the ball going out of bounds, and it's going to be Clawson's ball.
Right now, John Maloney's going to set up these final 8 seconds for the Clawson Trojans.
Just get down there. Okay? You screen for Jansen, get it to him, go meet the ball, don't do anything with it. We do not have to get the ball across midcourt. And if they steal, okay, no foul. Let them go. No damn foul, because they can't stop the clock. Let's go.
Coach Maloney is telling his team that they don't have to get the ball across half court. There's only 8 seconds left. And if they should steal the ball, don't foul. They're up by 6 points. No need to.
He said, get it to Jansen. That's your best player. He's 4 for 4 at the line. And no matter how much pressure they put on the inbound, he's 6'8".
He's 6'8". You throw it up high and let him go up and get it.
That's right. I remember when I was a freshman in high school with Brother Rice, we had Paul Jokic and John Shasky, both about, one was 6'10", the other 6'8", and that was the offense. Throw it up high.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what they did.
And Jansen's got it, and he's going to the line with 7 seconds left. There's that home timekeeper again. This time,
kind of
stopping
like,
it quick.
Okay.
Made up for that time he let it go before, but I don't think they've got too much to worry about. And Jansen's got the 1-and-1 right now.
And here's the inbound play. Throw it up high, let Jansen go and get it. Avondale commits the foul.
And again, him being a tight end, he's used to catching the ball in traffic.
He has to have good hands to be a tight end.
That's right. And we've already seen what kind of touch he has. They're not in. John Maloney's happy enough to not let anybody go down to rebound it. Jansen's all by himself with 4 Avondale players. He gets the shooter's roll again, and that ended the game.
And Joe, I want to know what John Maloney said at halftime, because this team came out and they were a different ball club.
Oh man. And, you know, obviously Avondale couldn't have foreseen this. Jansen misses the second one, scrambles for the rebound. It doesn't matter. He's going to get to pad his scoring total, I think. And fires up a 3. I wonder if they'll give him the shot on that. You know, Hutchins is doing what he has to do, trying to foul him. There's a second left. Jansen obviously very happy. He's going to get the 1-and-1. They're not going to give him 3 free throws, even though he threw it up from out there.
And, you know, and Hutchins was there for a while trying to get the foul call. I thought the ref was going to let the clock just go ahead and run out.
Yeah, you know, the ref wants to go home, but you know, Jansen pads the scoring total. Nothing wrong with that. If he makes it, and he does. And, again, Jansen has been the key to the turnaround. He didn't have a very good first half. Clawson didn't have a good first half. And, boy, he had a tremendous second half, and his team did as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's the 2 free throws, 57-48, a 9-point victory. They're going to count that if it goes. It doesn't. And that's the end of the game. And, boy, Clawson not only has a 4-and-1 league record now and control somewhat of their league race, they've made a statement.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They've shown that they can come back from a deep deficit and take the game.
Well,
and that's exactly what they did here tonight.
This is a team that last year was the Cinderella of the high school playoffs, going to the Class B semis. And I think they lost. I'm not sure who they lost. They might have lost to Saginaw Buena Vista, but still, they weren't supposed to get past like their regional. So they've obviously built on that, and if they can put games together like they had this second half, I think they can do it again.
Absolutely. Just to think if they can do a whole game the way they played the second half, they'll be a dynamite team and continue to get the ball to Jansen. He's got to be effective. He has nice touch. He can shoot from the outside. He makes good moves on the inside. He's a ball player that can carry this team a long way.
Well, you just saw 2 coaches with contrasting emotions. John Maloney, happy and relieved, and Sam Woodmore wondering what happened. And you see what happened. Clawson Trojans 58, Avondale Yellow Jackets, 57, Avondale Yellow Jackets 48. We'll be right back with some final stats on TCI Cable.
You know, choosing a dog is a lot like choosing a car. First, you need to decide whether you're interested in a compact with 4 on the floor, mid-size, stick optional, a deluxe with power steering. Is a new model more your style, or one with a few miles on it? And what about color? Just red, yellow, two-tone is very handsome. Of course, handling is important. And whatever you're looking for, we've got it. All makes and models, foreign or domestic. So come to our showroom today. You can even take one out for a test drive.
And the final score, surprisingly, the Clawson Trojans 57, the Avondale Yellow Jackets 48. After that first half, I don't think anybody foresaw this.
No one saw this, Joe, after the first half, because Clawson was down by about 17 or 18 points at one point.
As you see the hallway here at lovely Avondale High School, the final stats, A big turnaround. Clawson, which was in like low 30%, ended up 44, and Avondale went the other way.
And here are two keys, Joe. In the first half, Avondale was leading on the boards. As you can see, Clawson came back and dominated the boards, and they also did a great job on the free throw line.
Yeah, you know, two of those misses came after it really didn't matter, but 15 for 19, they got to the line and they made it count. Avondale went 5 for 8, but 3 for 3 of that came on one trip from Trammell, so 2 for 5 for everybody else. And again, that is the difference, as you see a future Avondale Yellow Jacket working out on the floor right now. Leading scorers, well, for Clawson there was one, John Jansen, and 23 points, and I don't think he had but 4 or 6 points in the first half.
Right. Most of that came in the second half when he came out a different player and his team came out a different team.
And by the same token, Trammell led with 16, and 11 of that was in the first half. And Shante Robinson, one of the top scorers in Oakland County, 14 points, but for him, that's a subpar game.
Absolutely, but he showed a lot of action, rebounding, getting the loose balls, great game.
And take a look at the quarter-by-quarter scoring. From 34-20 at halftime, a 12-4 third quarter made all the difference, and then 25-10 in the fourth. I mean, Clawson, they dominated the second half more than Avondale dominated the first.
They came out in that third quarter, and that third quarter was the point of turnaround.
Yeah, unbelievable. They did it, as we mentioned before, playing Avondale's game. They just ran with them, which they weren't supposed to be able to do. And next week, we want to remind you again, at the new Troy High School, the Ferndale Eagles and the Troy Colts. That's next Saturday and Monday at 7 p.m., the game of the week. And that'll about do it from here at Avondale High School. Once again, we'll remind you it was the Clawson Trojans 57, the Avondale Yellow Jackets 48. Clawson now with the upper hand in the MOAC title race. For Dave Jones and Pat Collar and everybody else here, I'm Joe Abramson. Thank you and good night.